Welcome back to the channel. We are back in the UK and today I am product testing the Revoray sports sunglasses. I'll give you some more details now as I dive in. Let's get on with this product test. So yeah, I was away for a few weeks on a family holiday. I'm now back and like I say, I'm testing a brand new pair of sunglasses today. Yeah, disclosure time. These were kindly sent to me by Revoray themselves for the purpose of testing and reviewing, which is what I'm doing. However, obviously I haven't paid for these sunglasses. However, everything I'm going to say are my own opinions. No one's going to get a chance to have a look at it or any input on what I'm going to say. These are my own honest opinions, and as with everything on the channel, it's open, honest and transparent. So yeah, these are fresh out of the box. I'm going to give you my first impressions, my opinions of first utilising them. These are the Revoray NEX 2 sports sunglasses. It's a pretty new product, the second generation of the NEX sunglasses that Revoray make, and they're marketed as sports eyewear, so predominantly cycling, golf, running. I think they advertise baseball as well. So yeah, and as I mentioned, these were kindly sent to me for free in order to review them and test them out myself. But yeah, a couple of stats and facts to start with. So yeah, these are the Revoray NEX 2 sports sunglasses. They have an RRP of £84 and currently on sale for £76. They're obviously sports sunglasses, so yeah, any sport where you're able to utilise sunglasses to reduce glare or protect the eyes: running, cycling, tennis, golf, baseball, etc. The Revoray website lists them as 35 grams in terms of weight. I weighed them this morning, fresh out of the box, and they're 36 grams, so 1 gram extra. They have a UV 420 protection guaranteed, so that's everything other than ultraviolet light. It can protect your eyes from everything else, sunlight, etc., fluorescent lights. And they have a VLT, a visual light transfer, of 13.2% on this particular model, which is the polarized blue with a matte frame. Some of the other models have a slightly different VLT, slightly higher or slightly lower, and the VLT, the visual light transfer, is how much light is allowed to pass through the lenses. So 13.2% means 86.8% of the light isn't coming through. So again, nice and shady, protects the eyes from excessive light damage. So yeah, very first impressions. I'm on an easy run today, a couple of K in. I say fresh out of the box. They're really light, I can barely even feel they're there. Really comfortable. They have a flexible kind of arm frame over the ears, super flexible, so fits to your head. No real pressure there behind the ears. Sit comfortably, no bouncing around. And the nose piece, the bit that sits on top of your nose, is again super flexible, rubbery, super comfortable. Again, really nice pair of sunglasses to wear. I'm having no issues with them. Yes, I'm early doors, but much better than what I'm used to using. So in terms of the why did I accept this product test? I could have just said no, I'm not interested in your product or testing it. But the reason is I generally just put any old pair of sunglasses on, ones that aren't specifically made for running or just basically casual wear, and they're generally a cheap pair of sunglasses. I don't spend a lot of money on sunglasses by a general rule, especially leisure wear. So, and likely because of that, I do tend to have quite sensitive eyes, so I do have quite a high sensitivity to light. I don't generally like artificial light. Anything other than overcast, I generally would wear sunglasses for. So maybe years of wearing substandard sunglasses has contributed to that. So these came about right at the right time. I was happy to accept them and test them. Hopefully these will help me, like I say, on a sunny day, wearing any old pair of sunglasses I thought was suitable, but maybe I've been damaging my eyes gradually for years. But yeah, so far so good. I can tell why people like these. Yeah, super lightweight. Obviously anything sporty, less weight is positive. So yeah, I can barely feel them. Much more comfortable than my usual ones. One thing I have noticed, these do sit a bit higher than, again, my normal cheap sunglasses. A little bit higher than the cheekbone, which again I assume is a deliberate design, but just I've noticed it because I'm maybe used to sunglasses sitting a little bit lower. I can kind of see underneath them if I look straight down. I'm under the lens, which again isn't a major problem. How often do you look down at your feet without tilting your head. So just something I noticed in terms of the fit, slightly different to, I said, the cheap pair I normally wear. But the lenses are great, lovely clear view, not too bright, obviously dimmed by the lenses. And yeah, in terms of a good quality thorough test, I'm doing a nice easy run now. I won't be doing tennis or baseball or golf, but I will get out straight after this and do a cycle. So I'll do a run test and a cycle test, just to test them in both facets, as that's what the market is for. I'll give my opinion on both. But in terms of running, so far so good. These will be my go-to sunglasses of choice going forward. I will utilise these for training and races on bright sunny days, as they seem to be much better than what I'm used to. So run nearly finished, and yeah, I'm very impressed. I've just taken my cap off there just to check there's no bounce whilst I'm running, because this will probably be the sport where it's most tested in terms of that vertical oscillation, be bouncing up and down, and if your sunglasses bounce it can get quite annoying quite quick. So yeah, just took my hat off. I do sometimes wedge the frame of the sunglasses into the hat, because the back of the hat can hit the back of the frame and make the front bounce. So I took my hat off just to check, and there's zero bouncing, grip well to the head and the nose. So yeah, I'm going to get back now and get straight back out for the cycle test. So we're now on the cycling part of the review and test. Obviously this won't be very strenuous on the sunglasses, it's mainly just sitting on my face. However, I want to do a proper test, and I'd say I do cycle as well as run. They're probably the two kind of active sports I partake in the most, and obviously they're advertised as a sports sunglasses, so I wanted to use them for something other than just running. However, to be fair, when I'm cycling I always wear sunglasses. One, for the wind resistance, to not get kind of watery eyes when you get moving at speed, and also flies in the eye. Nothing worse than that when you're cycling. So for those two reasons, obviously I'm going to utilise them now on a short but steady cycle, just to test them in this area of fitness. And yeah, again, similar to the run, super lightweight, can't feel on your face. Very nice view. There's no kind of steaming up or condensation, etc. I believe they've got kind of reinforced lenses, so if you do happen to get any chips or stones or gravel or whatever hitting them, they're protected against that. So yeah, I'm just going to do a quick cycle as I test them on this bike. That thing I mentioned about the slightly higher lens, in terms of the lenses don't quite go down as far as your face as you're used to. Again, that probably lends itself more for this, when your head's kind of out back when you're cycling, you don't look down quite as much, so probably more suited to cycling than running, but useful for both. So I'll get the cycle finished and I'll check in at the end with my final thoughts. So yeah, cycle done. Final thoughts. Yeah, prior to this, obviously I didn't know much, if anything, about Revoray, the company. Now I do. Obviously they make good quality premium sportswear. I will be looking into more of their products. I believe there's even other models, obviously slightly older models of sunglasses they make as well, sports sunglasses, which are even cheaper than these. But these next two, obviously second generation NEX sports sunglasses, very impressed with them. I will be utilising them going forward for all my running training and races on sunny days. Like I said, really impressed, nothing really to fault about them. Lightweight, comfortable, no issues whatsoever during this testing so far. We'll continue to use them and update you all on how I'm getting on with them. But if you, like me, have not really looked into Revoray before, give them a look. Have a look at their products that they have on offer. Like I said, I'm very impressed with this one particularly. So obviously I'll look at their other options. I did see briefly before there are other models of sunglasses, slightly older models, which again are on sale. So obviously they have premium quality, but obviously they do sales and discounts on a regular basis. So yeah, so go and check them out. Revoray, I say, no matter what your sport is or your passion, walking, running, cycling, tennis, whatever it might be, there's something for you to grab as part of your sports participation. But yeah, thank you for Revoray for sending me these. I said, really impressed so far. We'll continue to utilise them. But yeah, thanks to those guys for sending them out to me for testing and review. I said, nothing really to fault. I said, they're a slightly different fit than I'm used to, and I would probably say they're slightly more suited to cycling. Obviously that cycling position, that slightly lower lens in terms of it doesn't quite come down past the cheekbone, is slightly more suited to that. When you're running your heads up, you can kind of see a bit of a gap underneath, but yeah, it's only a minor little flaw I've had to try and find. But yeah, really impressed overall. But yeah, as always, thanks for watching. Hopefully that's been useful. If you've got any questions or queries, feel free to drop them in the comments below. I'll answer them as always. Happy running or cycling, whatever you're up to, and I'll see you all on the next one.